Get high, but you can't run. Yeah, and you just started what could not be stopped. Stuck cause you were thinking you could not be got.
This is not a game. It's one a lifestyle of finer things. Hustling to come up on designer chains. Diamond rings. Grinding on the daily, I can try this thing. This is not a game.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the greatest Faux show, where we intertwine the cultures of hip-hop and pro wrestling. Oh, Q, what's poppin', son? You good out there, yo?
Man, I'm out here chilling, man, and actually feel good, man. My little candle in the background is keeping me nice and warm and toasty. You know what I mean? But once again, hey, y'all, I'm Q Hefner.
There's no way that's a candle. You got that shit from Bed Bath & Beyond, son?
I got it from Bath Bed & Beyond. It's a different store.
That makes sense.
The Timu version.
That is not the Timu version. The Timu version of somebody else that's on this show tonight, and I'll get to him in a minute. Hey, yo, Two Pumpkins Johnson, a.k.a. the leader of the Mighty Dress Socks. What's cracking, son?
Chilling, man. I'm over here in my little cul-de-sac corner of the house over here, looking like a library. You know, I just need a pipe right now. I need to borrow Q's robe right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hold on. So I think that was a pause, yo. I feel like you said, yo, I'm chilling. I got the coldest sack on here.
Oh, that's great. Just gave me a line.
I got the coldest sack.
Yeah, I think I got the coldest.
Ain't no pause for that. Fuck. Ain't no pause for that. Hold on, wait.
Maybe some hip hop punchline there somewhere. Like, what does that mean?
That's great.
Who got the
no pause needed?
Yo, trying to figure it out. Hey, yo, we are being joined. I guess I got an announcement to make. So let me say that after I actually just introduced. We got a fourth member coming up here today. He is like an alumni now. He's been on a few shows. Q, you've done how many shows you did with Chief? This is not your first show with Chief, is it?
Nah, it might have been 3 or 4. 3 or 4.
Oh, 3 or 4. Okay. All right, cool. Well, listen, man, this is the motherfucking the cannabis god, the lyricist god, a.k.a. Well, first of all, Chief Bally, a.k.a. Chiefest Christ, my nigga. Yo, what are you doing, yo? Like, why are you laughing?
What up?
I like that.
I thought it was dope.
Jesus Christ.
Chiefest Christ. Hey, yo, Punk.
We gotta add one more, yo. We gotta add one more to his. Not a name, but I think everybody should salute you a certain kind of way, yo, Chief, for real.
Right.
Oh, you
I think everybody. There you go. That's your salute.
And let me salute you guys. So great to be on the Faux, yo. This is like easily my favorite show, yo. And I'm so happy to see my brothers, yo. I'm ready to get it on.
Sir.
Oh,
Let's go. Well, as always, I am your host and founder and all that other bullshit. Rich since 78, a.k.a. Mach, a.k.a. Ravishing Rich Rude. Hey, yo, appreciate it, baby. Yo, fellas, we got an announcement to make. So, obviously, this is the next to last episode. I did a little promo with that last week or so, what we're getting ready to do. And then we got one more closing out in a week or so. We'll be back next probably 3rd, 4th week of January, you know, hitting off season 4. We got the founder and publisher of View Magazine, Mr. Brian Kovenar, coming up with us January 3rd. Right? Studio, so that's going to be
noise. Make some noise.
That will be the first episode for season 4, you know, next month sometime. But just to give a quick announcement, Mr. Chiefest Christ is the newest member of the greatest Faux universe.
Yeah,
right.
Boy.
Let's go. So we got next year, next season, we got a slew of new shit, a slew of new characters coming on. It's just everything gonna be like fucking old school WrestleMania, bigger, better, and badder. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to join on the rocket ship that's already blasting off.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's fucking great.
Yo, so let me ask y'all a question, man. So, what happens, right, when we get the most eccentric lyricist in hip hop, right? And he meets the most flamboyant performer probably in all of wrestling history. What happens when you get Andre 3000 of Outkast lore, right? One of the greatest groups. Some people believe it's the greatest group of all time. If not, they're probably in everybody's top 3. Right?
Arguably, yeah.
Arguably, right. And then you have legitimately one of the greatest performers in the history of professional wrestling, whether he was just using his regular name as Dustin Reynolds back in the late 80s and early 90s to when he joined the traveling circus that is the WWF, and was turned into Goldust. And everybody was like, "Oh, that's gay. That's uncomfortable." And for some reason, you couldn't stop watching them, and you was just, "Am I gay? No, I don't think so. I don't know how to fucking feel, but this guy's fucking great." It was just weird.
You had to watch him like this. You're like, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. What's that?
Well, the man was like the fucking the car accident that you couldn't stop for some reason. You had to keep looking at it, right?
That's a good analogy.
But what was weird?
Yeah,
what was weird about Andre though? You know, him and Big Boy dropped Southern Playalistic, right? And they pretty much put the South on the map. Like, yo, this is happening down south. You know, because we're all of us from the birthplace. You know what I mean? We're from up top.
Yo,
that East Coast
I'm
bias.
glad you say that. I'm glad you say that because that was one of the things I wanted to mention in this show and not be judged. Because first of all, I'm looking. I mean, I was straight up New York hip hop mostly.
Mhm.
You know, we had Nelly, whatever Nelly is, Midwest, whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, we had our California dudes like Snoop, which one is that the album was one of the best. What was that?
Doggy Style.
Doggy Style. That was like one of the best albums I've really honestly heard before Notorious.
B.I.G.
B.I.G. No, not B.I.G. The one Notorious, Ready to Die. That to me, them two.
His first album.
Okay.
Yes. But let me say this, yo, man, and I know people gonna judge me because I always get judged. It's okay. Keep judging me, y'all.
No judgment.
Yo, I did not dig a lot of the South stuff going on. And I judged, and I'm being honest, I judged when I saw Andre 3000, like, I don't know if he was wearing a dress. He was like wearing a wig, and it was a little weird for me.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something. When I started listening to what he was saying and his lyrics, I didn't care what he was dressed to. I didn't care how he was dressed.
Exactly.
So it sounds like to me, you started listening, you caught on to Andre and Outkast around ATLiens. Because
Turban
on the first album,
3000.
Yeah, on the first album, 3000 was dressing regular.
Right.
So if you're referring to
Mm-hmm.
So he must have. So Kites got on around the ATLiens time, and honestly, that was one of my favorite albums. To keep it real with you, I love that.
Is that the one with Bombs Over Baghdad?
No, that's the third album.
That's the third album.
That is Stankonia. That's number 4.
Oh, you're right. What was the single off of Aquemini?
Oh shit, that's
sorry, Miss Jackson, right?
Yes.
You're right.
Wow,
My bad.
Okay, I got you.
Miss Jackson is on Stankonia as well.
What the fuck was the single on Aquemini?
Yeah.
No,
there was some
let me
bro.
tell you. Let me tell you the one that like hit me in my heart. It hit me in my heart. Like, is it what's the name of that song that goes? Whoa,
that's my shit.
Bro. When I heard that, I'm like, yo, this is genius.
Absolutely. That was actually, Chief, that was actually one of their singles. Spodioti was one of their singles. Return of the Gangster was one of their singles. So was the one Jezebel, the one with Babyface.
But what was the lead single for Aquemini? Because it was one that was the smash.
It wasn't.
It was one of their hits.
Elevators is ATLiens?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of their hits. It's a big hit too.
No,
it's
you're right.
A big hit.
You're right. No, we got to find it out.
Yeah. I'm pulling my computer up now.
Nah,
because I really want to know.
So,
please.
What I was trying to say was like, so you got Andre's like what you call like almost like a stylistic rebellion, right? So like I almost feel like, so as you mentioned earlier, Chief, like his first album, he just looked like a hip hop ass nigga. You know what I mean? He was wearing a Braves hat, a Braves jersey. With Big Boy. A lot of their promos through Southern Playalistic, a lot of their videos. Well, it was just some hood shit, right?
I remember.
Right.
What is
I'm
it?
sorry.
What?
Rosa Parks.
There you go.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. All right. So so that he looked as regular as a hip hop ass nigga would look like, right? And then all of a sudden, ATLiens comes out, right? And Elevators is their first single. You see him in the video with a turban on, with no shirt on and some big ass fucking elevator pants, and we like, my nigga, I could have swore your man just taught me like, crumbling herb and get up and get out and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by, right? And he was teaching me some shit. And then I'm supposed to look at you like, yo, dead ass. I remember when that song first came out, I probably did what Q did. I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here, my nigga. And it was just because, I don't know, I think maybe I was visually uncomfortable. I didn't understand that I should have been audio acceptable.
But you know what? Like,
especially you. Let's go.
I saw it as like, yo, they really bringing Funkadelic back in the hip hop form. When I start seeing him dressed like that, I'm like, this is interesting right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it caught my attention a little bit at the time, but I started listening more and more. And like, damn, they all right. Like, it took me a minute. Just like how Q said, it took me a minute because like the first album, I wasn't really, gravitating. I mean, other than the fact that they was playing that one joint, they single from the first album on the box all the time. They played that on the box.
Yeah.
Religiously. Like, you had a lot of stuff playing, but that shit used to play, used to come through. I'm like, oh shit, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I liked it, but I'm like, I was still into, the hip hop, New York shit all day, every day and shit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Bally put me on the one of them. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Bally put me on to Outkast. Scuzzy.
Oh, word?
Yeah. He was really a big Andre 3000 fan. And remember the very first single from the first album was a Christmas record. It was damn, I forgot the hook. I mean, I know I know Andre starts it. It's beginning to look like
I know what
Players Ball, yeah. And that was a Christmas record that dropped around Christmas. And if you listen to the record, he said some Christmas shit on it. But Mally used to say his lyrics in high school all the time. He used to break that shit down. I used to be like, yo, that shit is fucking ill. Who is that? And he put me on to him. And so
that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
Started coming on Video Music Box, I stopped leaving the room and started paying attention. On their videos.
Right.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense because not to get off the subject, but Mally is very outcasty anyway. So that just makes that makes a lot of sense anyway.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So as I was saying, like you got Andre 3000, with this kind of like stylistic rebellion type of thing, right? Because as I said, he was regular hip hop ass nigga the first album, and in the second album he turned into an alien, like literally, right? So I got a question because in a second, I'm gonna start. I got to bring in Goldust in a minute, but do y'all think? Because I always wondered this, like, did something happen to him personally in between these two album releases that made him just do a total 360? Or
he said it. No, go ahead.
Okay. Because I got a theory, and I don't know. You tell me if it makes sense or not. But I feel like what we got when he was Turban Dre and who he still is today, right? What we got on the second album, he didn't do on the first, because if he was introduced to us that way, no one would have gave them any play. No one would have gave them.
And that's the whole reason why he came out the way he came out, because of the fact that he had to fit the bill of hip hop, the culture, because I mean New York dominated Tim's, baggy jeans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he had to represent South the way it was set up, their style, their aesthetic. He couldn't come out there with the little with the turban and shit. People like, well, only person that really had a chance to do that, because he already built a name for himself, was Busta Rhymes, with the crazy outfits and shit. Yeah. Nobody else can do that. You know what I'm saying? If he would have came out like that and from the South, it would have been a downward spiral, because nobody we would look at him like a circus act and not a lyricist.
That's allegedly.
I get that.
Allegedly, hip hop lore allegedly says that around that time he started fucking with that Badu booty.
Hey.
And that Baduism was a little strong, as you can see.
You know what? I can say this.
Hold up. As you can see, when she started dating Common started getting off doing that shit too.
Most definitely.
That Baduism is a little strong. So
I would
that's
switch
the
up.
hip hop lore. That's the
I would
Man,
switch up to a turban and a high segment,
hot
boy. Hold on,
ass
wait.
nigga, yo.
My spelling's gonna be real colorful and nitty.
Facts. Both of them, both the Scullies.
fam.
Both us Kellys.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna speak on what I just
He
spoke
said,
about,
yo,
but
Pumpkin, he paid $3.06 for that incest coochie. He said, that's $3.06.
That's all I got.
That's
you
good
know
for
what?
you.
Let me tell you, I've had this argument like forever, right? Here's my argument,
Mm,
and
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to women, I think every woman on this planet think they got the bomb bomb. I think
mm,
Erica Badu is the one that has the bomb bomb. You know what I mean? Other than you know what I mean? I mean
No
for her
argument
to
here,
have
bro.
these dudes change when they change, I'm joking. But I really wanted to say originally was I think that's always been Andre, but I think what
yeah,
they did was they kind of they filtered, and this could be the segue for you, Rich. They filtered it so that this looks like a regular hip hop album, a regular hip hop group.
Oh yeah,
yep,
But I
LaFace.
think once the second album came out, he was like, "Listen, I gotta be me. You gotta allow me to be me."
yeah,
And unfortunately, I think that's something that and they knew this. That's why they made him change his style. It makes people uncomfortable, and it was uncomfortable for everybody else, but not for him. But
yep,
now
And
that's the segue.
the thing is like it's I think it, I think once they made a name for themselves, when they went to the Source Awards and got that award
mm-hmm,
and made a name for themselves, that's when like, yeah, I could break free. You know what I'm saying? Rip the jersey off and he had the
Right.
turban. Like it's automatically
mm-hmm,
like let me be me because I say I got a name for myself. I don't have to put on persona of a this rugged hip hop artist.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Also,
saying?
And I
Like
don't have
from the
to
top.
business
prove nothing to
wise,
nobody. I
business
ain't got to
wise, they
prove
was with
nothing to nobody.
LaFace.
This is me.
Because he was already solidified at that point. Like, hold up, I'm
right.
here. You know?
Yeah, you're both right.
Mm-hmm,
Because business wise, there's with LaFace, and LaFace ain't letting them drop like like that. They gonna make them that first album and make sure they
mm-hmm,
recoup that money and make sure they looking a
mm-hmm,
certain way. They had to prove that they can make those hits. And once they did, it's like,
yeah.
yo, let us do us. Let us do us.
So I think everybody's right with what they're saying. I think all of us is kind of agreeing to the same thing where, hey, this
Facts.
was always him. But here's the plan. Let's get you established. Let everybody see that you're dope as fuck. And when there's a second Outkast album coming out, we looking forward to it because we love the first one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
sure, when Elevators came out and here's the video and you're like, nigga, what? You know what I mean? That might have been a little temporary pause type of thing, but eventually, you know, once you even heard his verse on that song, you was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you got on. That shit was amazing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
his
Right.
verse was
So,
incredible.
I think
So wait. So do
that's
you
what
think
was,
that go ahead, go
no,
ahead. What'd you say?
well, I
I was
was
about
about
to
to
say,
go ahead, Pumpkin. Say what you want to say.
no, I'm about to say, do you think that that's the same thing that happened with Goldust?
No,
Because
no,
he wasn't the same person what he was
yeah, no,
before he
because
became.
because
Right.
Goldust was a character created by the evil genius mind of Vince McMahon,
Right.
right?
Right.
It was manufactured.
Right. So
I'm
this
gonna
wasn't something that was him and he just said,
Dustin.
"Hey, I want to be," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I will say is the fact that he was given this idea to say, "Well, you know what? The world is changing." Because as I've said this before, all of y'all have heard me say this at one point or another. Professional wrestling is an exact reflection of what's happening in today's world. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. It's always been like that. If you think back, I think we were. Oh yeah, fellas, remember when we did a couple weeks ago when we did the Wu-Tang and NWO episode?
Right.
Yeah.
When we were, hey man, the world was changing, the Attitude Era. Before you look at it, fucking, there was channels on. TV shows at 11 a.m. Rated NC-17 because fucking Jerry Springer ruled the airwaves. You know what I
Bro.
mean?
Right.
That's why when new wrestling fans look at Steve Austin now or that time period, it hit different for them. Because you had to be
It
Of
there.
was
course.
crazy. Yeah, it's
You had
crazy
to
because
be
the thing
there.
is like 80s was straight up super American
Yeah.
heroes. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like,
You had to
saying
be there.
heroes, conquering whatever. and then
reflected the
90s
time.
started to get that trash TV.
You got to remember, like, the 80s was very, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Pumpkin, because the 80s was the original PG era. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they were very superhero, cartoonish, gimmicky.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get
we probably got one nipple out of a movie. You know what I'm saying? We got excited. Like, snap.
You're right.
Hey, look,
you know what I mean?
they promoting us to eat our Wheaties and go to Disney.
Yeah, well, you know.
90s was totally different.
Totally. And everything was totally different. In hip hop, you know what I mean? Like, of course, you got the 80s and you got the greats of Chris and Rakim and Kane and early Cube, you know what I mean? But hip hop became super lyrical in the early 90s. Like, super, like, went from here to here to here. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, just like professional wrestling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It kept here to here to here, and the athlete the athlete and the performer was getting that much better, that much better, that much better. You know what I mean? So when Vince McMahon says, all right, so how can I do something that's gonna really, you know what I mean, really throw niggas off? You know what I mean? And when he says, man, this is a crazy idea, but there's a lot of people coming out the closet right now. Like, you know, back in the day, in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and maybe even the 60s, nobody talked if they was gay. You know what I mean? If you was a flamethrower, if you was a lesbian, nobody talked about that. You know what I mean? It's just like, what is that, 25, 30 years old? You know what I mean? Where it's like a regular everyday thing now, type of thing. Maybe 35 years at the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
So during the time is you got Vincent B, and he's like, let's I got to do something that's gonna really make people uncomfortable, but it's gonna reflect what's happening right now. And here's the idea for Goldust. He brings it over to Dustin Reynolds, whose father is the great Dusty Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
And guess he looked at him. I guess he looked at him on hello, yo, get this stupid dog out of here. This nigga out here talking shit. Yo, Bo, you good? This nigga wilding. Now you good? So, so you got Goldust, and Dustin is like, are you sure you want me to do this? And Vince is like, I think you can, because everybody knows you're a great wrestler. WCW, Dusty Rhodes, jeans, and all of that. Everybody knows that, but nobody knows who you are, who we see behind the scenes, which is the incredibly charismatic, incredible charisma. Like Vince once said that Dustin Reynolds could have been a fucking athlete. Not an athlete, an actor on Broadway if he wanted to be.
Yeah.
Which
had to be because if you go from a tougher persona to over here, real feminine and zesty over here, putting your booty on my, so, like licking, like your tongue is always out when you wrestling. Why's your tongue out?
Look, what Broadway show he was gonna do? Chicago?
Cats.
Cats is funny.
Yeah.
Cats is funny.
Said he was gonna do Grease. Well, he'd probably been
Where's gonna be a pink lady?
Yes, absolutely. He'd have been phenomenal too.
Because you had to have paid me a nice size bag to play that persona if I'm not that.
Here's the crazy part, right?
Because you know what's crazy about it? His wife was bad as fuck.
That's right. I was kind of getting ready to say that. Like, it was one of those things where he was doing all of these things in the ring, just as Punkin alluded to a little while ago, sticking his tongue out and doing the deep breaths and making people his opponents uncomfortable in the ring.
Motherfuckers booty in the ring and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, excuse me. So, but what's funny is that for a good 5-6 months, because it was like half a year where this was being done, but no one ever spoke about, like, like even the commentators and even Goldust himself never said, I like men, I'm gay, I'm a homo.
Right.
You never said none of that shit. It was just like, it was like being insinuated, right? And the crazy thing about it is, so after 5-6 months of all this crazy shit, and people were like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is making us uncomfortable. But you know what? The world is uncomfortable right now. Television is uncomfortable. Everywhere you walk down the street is uncomfortable. Shit is real. Shit is crazy. Things is changing. And that's what Vince was doing. And he was doing it through the personification of this character. And then out of nowhere, he comes out with his new manager, Marlena, who happens to be his real life wife. And everybody's like, wait a minute, this nigga's straight? You know what I mean? Because everybody just thought he was gay.
You know who I blame for that whole 90s crazy shit?
Jerry Springer?
Richard Bay.
Yeah, Richard Bay was before. He was before Jerry Springer. He definitely was.
Yeah.
He was the first.
Yo.
He was the first.
Yeah,
he was.
Richard Bay is
Wait.
responsible for all that F.O.E and shit.
Wait. Richard Bay and Geraldo. That motherfucker was getting chairs thrown out.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Morton Downey Jr. Take it right back. Robert Downey Jr.
Boy, it was
There you go.
no
Robert
film showing that guy right there. He should have been
wait a
on
minute.
cable.
But real quick,
that's a good
Goldust.
segue.
Go ahead.
That's a good segue.
Goldust. The thing what made that genius though, Squizzy, with him coming out with Marlena, and because DeFalco broke this shit down to me. He was like, yo, it's not the fact that he's gay. He's playing mind games with these motherfuckers in the ring to throw them off their shit.
Right.
And then he would perform a move on them and fucking win the match. He was just fucking with motherfuckers. It wasn't the fact that he was gay.
Yeah.
He was just doing some off-the-wall shit to fuck with your mind and throw you off your game, and then boom, do his finishing move, and then you finish. You done. And I thought that shit was genius. I'm like, yo, that's fire, dog. Like that's dope as fuck.
Let me tell you. Let's say I was in the back, in the back room. No homo. Pause. But I was in the back, and they gave me my script, and they said, "All right, so tonight you got to wrestle Goldust." I quit. I mean, this man, he wrestled before he wrestled you. He rub all over his body. He do all this. Nah, son, I quit, yo. I can't.
Yo,
I ain't going.
can you imagine having a fight with somebody in real life, and then before you about to box this, my real life, oh, yo, bro, what up? I'm saying, let's go, my dude, let's go. This motherfucker start rubbing his nipples, rubbing on his body.
You won. You won.
Nah,
You were automatically thrown off, right? And what it takes to, anybody who's going to take the immediate L on anything, at that moment when the L is coming, it's because you slipped right at that moment.
Bingo. Fucking bingo.
I'm saying I would play Goldust behind the camera. I'm just saying I understand.
Yeah,
I get it.
Let me about to square up with somebody. No, don't pun intended.
Hell no, I'm not gonna play Goldust.
That nigga feel my booty and some shit. I'm like, what?
Hold on, wait. Nah, I ain't playing Goldust because you gonna have that one opponent like, yeah, bring it on. Like, hell no. you gonna have Diddy up inside the ring and shit. Like, yeah, bring it on. His power move is for you.
So,
I'm straight.
Hey, you know what's worse? If the dude about to wrestle Goldust and he got Diddy on the side putting baby oil on it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this match is over.
Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Before it starts, you gotta ring the bell, yeah?
Ring the bell.
Yeah. I did.
Morton Downey.
No, Morton Downey Jr.
Morton Downey.
Yeah, that's right. Right. So, no, that's a good segue, actually, because I'm going to actually bring something back to when Goldust started being looked at as we started looking at Andre. When it was, wait, he looks crazy. I don't want to fuck with him no more. Is he gay? Oh, my God, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I don't want to fuck with him anymore. Oh, but wait a minute. He's really great. Fuck how he looked. Fuck what he got on. I just want to listen to him because he's amazing. That was a little transitional period for the listener, just like it was a transitional period for the visual, for the visual person that was watching Goldust perform in the ring. So during this amount of time, what? Yo, brush your teeth, your face stink, yo, my nigga, hell up. Yo,
son, did you say visual?
No,
fuck is the visual?
Hey, yo, take your stupid earpiece off, yo. Put that shit in the fire, my nigga.
You say his face stink?
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, you got smell-o-vision on your phone,
I
son?
just need y'all to know I got this 4K camera. It's a scratch and sniff, my nigga. This shit is amazing. I went like this with 2-year-old box. That shit stink, my nigga. That shit crazy. Crazy. Listen, yo. So Morton Downey Jr. was a guest on a past WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he interviewed Roddy Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Did he got demolished, right?
Nah, but the thing was, you remember Morton Downey, he was rude as fuck,
Loudmouth.
and he was always smoking.
Yeah, he was a
The big-
loudmouth.
Yeah.
And he was always smoking and shit. And while he was doing an interview with Roddy Piper in the ring, and y'all niggas know Roddy Piper, everybody loved Roddy Piper, right? And
My guy.
My guy right there, yo.
smoke. And when he was smoking, he was
Blowing his face.
in his face. And I remember Piper looking at him and said, "Mr. Downey, I'm just gonna ask you politely, would you please not blow smoke in my face?" Right?
I remember that.
Please not
blow smoke in my face, right? And he was super nice about it. Until Morton was like, "You mean like this?"
Like this? Yeah.
He was an asshole. And Piper was like,
Gave him the business.
and then he gave him the bit, you know what I mean? Gave him the bit.
I remember that.
The reason I bring all of
I
this,
remember that too.
the crazy thing about all of this is that right after this, Goldust attacked Roddy Piper, which led to one of the craziest matches in WrestleMania history, which was the Hollywood parking lot brawl. And you had Roddy Piper, who was all the way up here on the food chain in the industry, against this fucking weirdo, and everybody's, you know what I mean? And but what I'm saying is, Piper already knew what Dustin was doing as Goldust, and he was like, "I have to work with Goldust. This is gonna be amazing." And that match was incredible. It was like nothing we ever seen before because it was away from the ring. They had a whole fucking match outside in the fucking, literally in the parking lot, in the Hollywood parking lot. You know what I mean? And fucking nigga Goldust almost tried to kill this nigga ran him over in his car. This shit was crazy, son. Right?
That's why Roddy is like one of my favorite. He is my favorite.
1,000%, my nigga. 1,000%.
My God.
But what I'm saying is, it was after that match where the pro wrestling industry and the consumer was like, okay, wait a minute. This nigga Goldust is fucking incredible. You know what I mean? It was like at that moment, just like it's just at that moment when you just continue to hear Andre and get over how he presented himself to us. You know what I mean? It was like undesirable to undeniable.
Right. Yo, you can tell me anything. They became comfortable with their character. They became comfortable of their persona. And that's what I love about both of them. The fact that, like, yo, yeah, I am going to show my tongue. I am going to put my turban on. They got comfortable with it, and they were able to elevate their character.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, let me tell you, I don't think I could accept Andre 3000 if he come out looking regular.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I could. I don't think I could accept it. Now he may take this as an insult because our regular is different than his regular. He's like, "What you mean by regular? I am regular." But
right.
I you know what? I say this. I'll say it in a different manner. I don't think I could accept Andre 3000 dressing how we do.
Right. I want to see him walk around with the flute with the flute. I don't want to see him with a polo on. If I see him with a polo, I'm like, yo,
I wasn't surprised when I found out.
Like,
I wasn't surprised when I found out he's roaming around aimlessly with a flute. Like it wasn't a shock to me. It's like, that's on brand. Okay.
Right.
Makes sense. Pumpkin's point, I wasn't surprised when this motherfucker was walking around aimlessly with a flute. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. It's on brand for this motherfucker. Like, I wouldn't expect him to be walking around in a baseball jersey looking like you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's RJ 2000. It makes perfect fucking sense. And then made a flute album.
What's interesting? Obviously, we know Goldust was a character because Dustin Reynolds is the real life person, right? And he's playing a character, but he played it so incredibly well that we just that's Goldust, right?
So here's the thing, like with Goldust, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say was I got a question because I want to know it's something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm off on this, but I just kind of want to know what y'all think about it. Like, so with Goldust, we know he was playing a character, and he can hide whatever was happening with him personally behind the gold paint, right? Do you think Andre's discomfort, because he's been with us 30 years now, you know what I mean? You can see that he has a discomfort with the spotlight. You know what I mean? Sure, Outkast, did they thing for 5-6 albums, because pretty much after Idlewild, my nigga, they ain't been Outkast in 15 years. You know what I mean? Literally, it's been 15 years since the last album dropped. You know what I mean?
Even with the Hall of Fame, he ain't even performed in the
Right.
Hall of Fame.
Right, which I thought was just like, what? That was so weird. You know what I mean?
You go, Q.
My question
I
is,
got
do you
something to add to
think
that
his
too. Go ahead.
discomfort with you think his discomfort with fame or the spotlight, like what do you think
Two
his
different things.
discomfort is? Like, he can't hide behind a mask like Goldust did, because he doesn't have a mask that's actually him.
I got something way
What you
different.
just said,
I got something different,
Nate,
but go ahead on, Q.
what you just said matters. There's two different things. He's not. I don't think he's
Okay.
scared of it. I don't think he's shining away from the spotlight. I think he's shining away from fame. He has said that
So,
before as well too. He
and I
doesn't
got
really
it.
like all of the shit that comes with the interviews, the fame, having a tour, and all that shit. He gives me intimate with his audience. Even like
Yeah.
being afraid of spotlight would not give me him walking around playing a flute any fucking where, and anybody can see him. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
wait.
I think it was more
This
so
is what
the
I got.
fame
This
and what comes with fame in the industry
I
that
got.
he more so shies away from.
Okay.
I got an unpopular opinion, and the thing is this here, because the thing is like, if you want to be not, known and all that stuff, like you want to be away from the fame and all that stuff, you be in the mountains with Rick Rubin. But this is this is
Yeah.
my this is my unpopular opinion. I'm just like, it just came to me just now.
Mhm.
And please don't take this the wrong way. Do you think he's? I don't want to say it because I don't want it to be like, oh, the attack on what I'm about to say. Do you think he's a culture vulture? And listen what I'm trying to say. Like you got, like not Chris Rock. What the hell is that? Rock dude. Uh,
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. He wanted to do the hip hop joint, and then once he became famous, he went to country and said, "F, I love Donald Trump and all this shit."
Okay.
Here go, Andre
This episode
3000. Like, I became famous. I don't want to be involved with hip hop. I want to do flutes and carry a piano on my back. It's the questions like is that what it is? Like, yo, I really want to become famous to become a flute player. Even though I got this amazing skill of a lyricist. Do y'all think that might
Nah,
be?
nah. Personally, I think he's just.
Or he involved? Because the thing is, because it's either one or the other. It's like, it's one like, yo, is he a culture vulture? I don't think that. It's
Yeah.
just one of those like hypotheticals. But I think he just evolved to the point where like, yo, hip hop, I did it. I conquered it.
I want to try
I
something
can't
else.
do no more with it. I gotta move on to
Yeah.
That's definitely what I feel.
Yeah.
just flowing with the wind and shit like that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
want to try something else. For the
It's
love
just
of
one of
God.
those. I really just thought about that just now. Yo, like, hold up. Like,
It's like,
Yeah.
yo, I on a sneak tip, I could play the guitar a little bit, but I ain't never really given no thought because I'm ill with the pen.
right.
So I'm gonna just keep being ill with the pen. But you know what? I keep looking at my guitar like, you know what, dog? Like, I want to fuck with my
Yeah.
guitar. like,
Right.
I should be able to fuck with my guitar. Like, it's
Cause
mine.
you got actors out there that, they act and they build their name up and they become a rock star. They become
Right.
artists, like actual like drawing artists and stuff like that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like it's like a vessel to help them get them to where they want to actually be.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know that
You know what I'm saying?
album, that flute album got nominated for a fucking Grammy, and the entire thing he made up on the spot. Like he has no
Yeah.
flute training
Yeah.
whatsoever. He just went into the
Yes.
studio and just.
Yes.
But guess who listened to it though?
That shit is fucking
All of us.
hilarious. All of us. Yeah, listen to it too.
We talking about.
Honest, I ain't listened to the piano joint. Not yet.
That shit is
But
fucking hilarious, yo.
So I mean, I think it's fair. I think it's fair to say that, you know, when it comes to these artists, because that's the thing. If any two people amongst the genres that this show is made up of are the epitome of characterization, it's Andre 3000 and Goldust.
Yeah, big
Right.
And when I come up with some other hip hop characters and some other, you know, amazing wrestling characters, of course I can. But I don't know if I can come up with a
better too.
a better
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean it from an artistic point of view.
Point of
Yeah.
view.
Right.
Because there's millions of, you know, counterpart, you know, episodes we've already done and millions more we got down the line. You know what I mean? But this
Because one was organic and one was manufactured. You know what I'm saying? So,
Squizzy, I'll
but
even add a
they
layer
they,
onto
they
that.
both did their thing amongst their genre of artistic
yeah. No, you're right.
whatever.
I'll add a layer onto that too. Another similarity. They're both in their respective fields overlooked and
Yeah.
underappreciated.
That's the word I want to say. That's what I wanted to say. That's the word I wanted to
Both
say, but I
of
couldn't
them.
think about it just now.
Both
And
of
then
them.
I want to say this
Because if
too.
you put any
But
hip hop
Kites
list
came,
out,
wait.
of greatest
I'm
anything,
sorry. Kites
they
came
always
back like
leave
Teddy
Andre out.
Riley up in here.
Tell
Kites,
me, go
you
ahead.
came back like Teddy Riley. Like, how does it respond, yo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, you didn't even tell nobody you was going to take a shit. You just went to take a shit and just came back on like, what's wrong with you, yo?
You just
There
came
you
back
go.
in.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? When shit calls in
Yeah.
nature, you got to go handle it.
You
The microwave went off. He ate his chicken tenders.
Nah, I had to take the virgin to the back to tell us stop using teeth. But
Oh,
yo,
no, good.
I'm gonna say this. What I want to say about Andre 3000. I know y'all might be off that already. My bad. My
Now we
apologies.
here.
No, you
Can we
good.
talk
let me
about Earl
say this.
Simmons?
Let me say this with Andre, and I'm gonna throw a comparison real quick. Oh, y'all talking about me? I missed
Yeah.
that.
No, he just wanted to make sure that we weren't talking about Earl Simmons.
Nah. Oh, that's DMX. I learned it from the last show. That's DMX, dog.
Yeah. Brother smart, y'all.
Redemption. Anyway,
Off.
yo, here's what I want to say though. Yeah. What I want to say, y'all, is everybody is probably in their mind and their feelings about why he's not coming out anymore. But I'm gonna say this: he gave us what he could. He proven enough. You understand? Not saying he probably ain't got no fire going right now, but you know, a lot of what he said at one point I heard, he's more into his own life, and that's why he can rap the way he rap, because he can throw some stuff at you and it'll throw you off. Like, damn, he just said that, and he's like, you know what? I proved my point. I made enough money. Let me live my life. And I think that's the same. Let me say this. I think that's the same thing with like Lauryn Hill. They put out some fire.
Right. And the thing is, like, here's the thing, like,
Why I need to give you more fire? I gave you enough.
like, no, but on your point, he gave me enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, gave me enough to where I don't need anymore. Like, I'm not, you got to bring another album. He gave us enough. Like,
He's
he
amazing.
gave us enough. He don't have to do anymore. Move on. You know, not move on, but do your thing, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not gonna say, yo, bring us another album. Like everybody's saying, yo, we need another Outkast album. No, we don't. They
No.
gave us enough. Big Boy gave us enough. Like they together as Outkast and as individual artists, they gave us enough. Like we don't need no more. There's some people that didn't give us enough because you know circumstances. Like Biggie didn't give us enough because he passed away. Tupac the same way. Tupac actually gave us more
You still got
afterwards.
songs coming out.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, you know, we gotta stop squeezing the lemon too much to where we can't get enough to where all right, we just gonna artificially do this shit.
I like that.
Andre is
Good point.
good. He
Let me
did
tell you,
enough.
I
And
want to
you know
jump in
what?
after you.
And on even with Goldust, he gave us enough too. He gave us enough characters and enough persona to where he did enough to where he can retire. He don't have to give us anymore. And that's the thing.
I got that. Hey, yo, I like what you just said when you entwined him and Goldust in together. And I got to say this too for both. And this is going to, kind of tie it together. Let me tell you, Andre, and I slide Big Boy in there as well. They came into an era where the East, New York, and Cali kind of had it on lock. And it was like, wait a minute, hold on. We got voices too.
The
And
South
let me
got
tell
something to
you,
say.
the South got something to say. And he said, you know what? We came out to do. We made them aware, people aware that the South has something to say. Now they listening to the South. I'm good. Anything we're saying with Goldust. Goldust was, oh, everybody found me, he's creepy. That's all good. But I'm good at what I do. And I showed y'all, even with this creepy ass character, yo, I'm great. So he proved his he proved his point. They both proved their point. And they're good. So
You know what
everybody
it
asking
is?
for another album, leave alone.
You know how I see it as like with both of them. You buy a game, a cartridge, whatever, and you go from like Mario Brothers, level 1 to level 8. You beat Koopa, whatever. But you got extra like hidden levels and stuff like that. That's what they are now. They're in that level of like Andres is like extra levels. Like y'all already know the lyrics. Let me hit you with the flute. Let me hit you with the piano.
The
You
game
know what I'm
show.
saying? Like they game shark right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they hitting levels right now. Like, oh shit, bonus joints. That's where they at right now. Because I
Yeah,
think it's like they, you know,
yeah, I agree
they
with that.
broke out their shell from what they were, when they first came out. They became the person they wanted to be. Now they evolved. They're
I
good.
like the
And
I
that's
like
what I
the
love
fact that
about both of them.
to piggyback off of Pumpkin's point, I like the fact that 3000 now is almost like a Brock Lesnar, where it's like when he does drop a verse, if he ever does, it's like a main event. It's like, oh shit, it stops the world. Same thing with Hove too. At
Right.
this point, it stops the fucking world. We
Right.
don't need something from you we don't need a new, you know what I'm saying? I would love a new album,
Yeah.
don't get it fucking twisted. But every once in a while, this motherfucker drop a verse and it just destroys the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of appreciate that as well
Yeah.
too. He's
Yeah.
in that part of his career. You know what's the
Let me
funny thing too?
let me
Goldust.
kind
Remember when
of
Goldust got electrocuted?
yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yes.
Yo, Bally,
Yo,
shut up, yo.
fucking hilarious.
Hey, yo, why
Let me
we laughing about somebody who could have died?
Bro, because y'all
somebody
know
could, I mean, he
he
tried to
carried
steal
that shit
Roddy
on for
Piper,
weeks.
son. He was dude.
It's
He
hilarious.
tried to run over your man with a car.
My Piper's my guy. I'm proud of him to the end.
Yeah.
Well, he dead now, but
Hey, that's
Fam.
my wrestling name, yo. Roddy Piper.
Roddy
Great.
Piper.
That's great.
Hey yo.
That's your point on name?
So
That's
yo,
fucking
let me
great.
kind of like let me kind of round some things out right quick, sir. So you got the like both of these guys were, I think it's fair to say they were both unpredictable, very experimental, right? Almost to the point of like psychological, theatrical. You know what I mean? The both of them, right?
right.
It's very, I think it's very fair to say that like let's say for specifically for Andre, I would say the level of expression that he portrayed inspired a massive generation of artists later on, right?
Right.
Goldust, the same way, but in a little bit of a difference because it's like he expressed character evolution and risk taking, right? And when I say, when you look at both of them doing this type of stuff in the early parts of when they were both in their prime as artists, right? Is it fair to say like how much they influence? Like today you got Tyler the Creator. Yo, Chief, You gonna tell me Tyler the Creator was not highly influenced by Andre 3000?
He'll tell you.
All the way.
He said it
Highly
himself.
introduced, highly.
He will
Right?
tell you. He said it himself.
I'm sure he will.
Many of times.
And if he told me anything different, I'd call him a liar.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you talk about character evolution and risk taking, I mean, dog. I mean, let me just, if I think of some, Bray Wyatt, the late great Bray Wyatt, the man who was a massive psychological genius. And no, did he portray a character like Goldust did from a visual standpoint? No. But what he did from a internal and to make you think and to fuck with you in a way where you were like, damn, don't tell me Bray Wyatt was not inspired by Goldust. You be a liar.
I'll give you another one.
You know what I mean?
Squizzy, I'll give you another one.
Give me.
Velveteen Dream.
Who?
Velveteen Dream.
Shit, son. That's a different conversation. 100%. 100%.
Goldust all the way.
That motherfucker was incredible. Incredible, son.
What?
Incredible. Yeah.
What's his name? Because Corey was kind of like roboting out and shit. I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Yeah, it sounded like he was Chief as Christ. You sound like you was having sex with Rosie from the Jetsons.
Shit. Her ass was fat though. Her booty was fat.
Her ass was fat. I remember.
She was thick as fuck.
It's
what? Hey.
Yeah, a little skirt on and shit.
Can I say something right? I'm gonna say this right. Yo, let me say something.
Rosie was
I gotta say something.
And you know she was Spanish. And you know she was Spanish.
Let me tell you something.
Was Rosie.
This is fair.
My bad, Corey.
The original.
I'm sorry, guys. Rosie was bad as fuck. And she could cook. Fuck yeah. So stupid, yo.
Yeah.
What you were saying, yo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, yo. And this something we can honestly use. I'm not gonna say they would be mascots, but literally they are the definition of greatest form of expression and greatest form of entertainment.
Nice. They cracked the egg of their professions. They cracked it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yo, Q, like, I wish we could have rehearsed that because I got a closing statement and what you just said is kind of going to shit all over it.
Right.
So I kind of don't appreciate it.
That was the perfect closing statement, bro.
You was going to say, wait. Back up. Rich. Go ahead and do some hand spins. Yo. You about to go break dance.
Yo, you know, he right. That was a great closing statement,
We about
bro.
to rewind. Hey, look. We about to rewind and delete it right quick. You ready? All right, cool. Now delete that shit. Say what the fuck you want to say.
And we're gonna go in for a negative take too, my nigga. That was perfect. That was perfect. But you know what? Nah, I think it's fair. I think we covered a lot of ground, and I think this is a very informative episode, right? I think there's a lot of people out there that know at least one of them, and I'm sure there's a massive amount of people that know the both of them, but never thought about how the cross similarities, right? And that's what the basis of this show is about. You know what I mean? So let me ask. I'm gonna ask one last question, and I like to get a quick, relay answer from every one of you before we get out of here. My question would be if hip hop and wrestling are both theater, right? Because you could kind of look at it as they are, right, to a certain extent. If hip hop and pro wrestling are both theater, Andre 3000 and Goldust, the same genius with different costumes.
If I put hip hop and wrestling together, I want to put the wrestler with the score. When I put Goldust with 3000, I don't know. Individually, as like creatives, they are creatives in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that they are creatives in their own right. And I gotta give credit to Goldust because he actually had to bring that persona out to be that person. Andre already had it. Andre had it embedded in him, so he already had that. He was ready to go, but he had to figure out the right time to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So I would put them separate. in their.
You would say they're not the same kind of genius.
No, they're not.
Okay. Q, what you got?
Whoa, can you put Corey next? Damn, I wasn't ready.
Nah, I called you. You fucking Jimmy Anvil, Nightheart face looking at.
Let me just tell you. Hold on 1 second.
Indiana Jones Jr.
Hold on. No. First, I want to let y'all know I'm always ready, but I have to get over the 3 nightmares I had with Goldust trying to chase me, son. Fuck. When I get over that shit first, that motherfucker was chasing me with the sparklers falling from the fucking ceiling and shit.
Yo, on the 3rd dream, when Q wake up, he realized it was the leprechaun from the Lucky Charms box.
They was dancing on his chest.
Shattered dreams of his
hey, look. Nah, so he be chasing me because he's trying to be part of my glowing midget crew. Know what I mean?
Yo, what was that dream? Wait, what was the dream you had with the midget, Kais?
It was when
what?
It was
the dream you had with the midget dancing on your chest.
Oh, you gonna bring up? Oh, you bringing back some old stuff?
What? Because the thing is, I will never forget that. Who the hell say, "Oh, yo, I had a dream about midgets dancing on my chest"? Like, who says that?
Oh
my God!
Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all. Hold on, man.
Yeah, we're definitely,
whoa.
We're definitely gonna get banned in at least two countries for this episode.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'm sorry, small people.
First of all, that was a very sentimental moment. I mean,
My bad.
I don't know what happened.
No. Hold the fuck up, son. Hold on, son. You illuminate these people by calling them the glowing midgets. So you've already endeared yourself to them. You didn't?
Hey, okay, I'm sorry. I got a PG 17 motherfucker in my ear over here telling me I gotta take small people. Fuck it. Small people would
It's too late at this point. Are you kidding me?
What? Hey, yo. Whoever told you that, tell them that this ain't that show, nigga. You ain't.
Whoever
I'm
told,
sorry.
and
Look.
who also tell them their timing is damn late as fuck.
That's wrong, nigga.
All right, that was something personal and sentimental.
Are they the same?
Go ahead.
Are they the same genius in different costumes? That's the question.
Nah, they had on red sweaters, man, and they were jumping on my chest.
Not the midget.
Not the midget, you head Flintstone ass looking nigga.
Oh, we off the midgets. I mean, off the little small
people. Yeah, little people. Little people. Oh, shoot.
Yo, Q, I need you to stop zooming in. You starting to look like head Flintstone. The fuck you doing, yo?
I'm about to pull this nigga's chin like.
Oh, my bad, yo, my bad. Anyway, so all right, so I'm supposed to answer the question that I don't remember the fucking question, but I'm gonna wing it. I'm winging it.
Hurry up, lemon pepper, wing it.
So I'm gonna say, yo, when it comes to Andre 3000, I'm gonna say that he was just who he was. When it comes to Goldust, he played a character that he was told to play.
Yeah.
So, but I do want to keep them together because even though he played the character he was told to play, it did change the dynamic of wrestling for a lot of us. Like I said, it made me feel uncomfortable, gave me 3 bad dreams, nightmares. And Andre 3000 is like, you know what? I don't want to keep putting on a persona of somebody who I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just put it that's the only thing that make a difference. One playing the character, one playing himself.
Okay.
But I still like to keep them together though. Yeah.
What you got on that question? Same go to you. Is Andre 3000 and Goldust the same genius in a different costume?
I think it's the same genius in a different costume. Yes, I actually think they are. Although I do agree with Q just said, last point that he just made, because one is a characterization. We've seen Dustin Rhodes play different. We've seen him be tough and not be Goldust too. You know what I'm saying? And be something totally different in WCW and fucking AEW. You know what I mean? So
TNA as well.
TNA as well. So to his point, to that last point, yeah, he's absolutely right. But I think they have way more similarities versus that last point. Like the fact that they brought their character out and they were so colorful with it. The fact that they're both overlooked and underappreciated. The fact that they were able to reinvent themselves over and over and over again. Rather if we like the flute thing or not, that shit still is a reinvention of Andre 3000. It's not the same one that we know before. Same thing from
Right.
his first album to his second
Indeed.
album. That's a reinvention. So with Goldust, it's the same thing. He's been able to reinvent himself across different federations. You know what I'm saying? We just mentioned TNA AEW. It wasn't the same Goldust. So I think there are much more similarities versus not, no similarities with them both. So yeah, I agree. I say yes to your question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll
Hey, I
conclude
like
it.
what you just said, Corey, but next time we do this show, right, can you not be on dollar with your motherfucking AOL website? AOL.com. Can you not do AOL no more?
Only if you promise not to have a seance behind you.
You know, Corey
I
got
don't know what you just
Corey
said
doing it
about me,
on the chirp.
but I'm
What you
still
doing
in
on the chirp
respect.
like, like, cuckoo?
You stupid. I'm on the
You got
trip.
a next tail, son?
Yeah, the nigga saying your internet connection is LOL.
AOL.
Oh shit. LOL is hilarious.
Hey yo, let's get the fuck out of here. LOL online.
Lots
Hey
of
yo, I
laughs
think
online and shit.
I guess I'll conclude here, man. Yeah. I'm to conclude it to conclude the show to give my 2 cents on this. I absolutely believe that they are the same genius with just different costumes.
Right.
I think they understood who they were as people, even regardless of Dustin being given a character or Andre maybe playing a character for the first album release and then being him for the rest of his career, right? After the first album, right? Regardless of that, they were both undeniable artists and undeniable performers that you just could not overlook. So, and when you are an expressive, and as Q, said earlier, an expressive and an entertainment genius at the same time, and almost nobody, if anybody, could fuck with you, my nigga, you are special. And I think it's safe to say Andre 3000 and Dustin Reynolds, aka Goldust, are special. You know what I mean? So, how's everybody feel about this particular one? I think this might, to be honest with you, I think this might be one of my favorite ones.
They both gonna be spoken upon. Look, they both gonna be spoken upon decades from now, yo.
Oh,
they are gonna be relevant. They're gonna be relevant for years ago history books. Like, you remember this? They good.
Yep.
Hey, can I ask you a question? You said special. Are you talking about third special or another kind of special?
Yeah, I'm talking about the fact that you still on this call special. I don't even know how the fuck you still on this show.
So not no. See, I did good. I didn't say retarded special. I said,
hey yo, thank you for joining us for another highly controversial episode of the Greatest Faux Show. Everybody, please follow us at The Greatest Faux, all social medias. And please, we have a brand new fucking website, a true functional website, which is fucking bananas at www.thegreatestfaux.com. Please get up in there. It's beautiful, yo. Get up in there, get you some merch. Again, follow us at The Greatest Faux at all social media platforms. We will see you next week. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yo, fellas, remember, use a condom. Oh, wait a minute. None of us use condoms anymore, do we?
And if you subscribe, you get to hang out with Kyson's fireplace.
That's right. Oh, I thought you were about to say, and if you subscribe, Kais will give you some condoms.
That too.
I got you on that as well.
He's gonna send you a bunch of them shit.
Hey, yo, fellas. Yo.
Wait, I don't know if you're gonna meet him with the condoms in the fireplace. It's not gonna be nice.
No, it's not gonna be nice. Hey,
all right, it all goes together.
Q, before we go, before the last, are you doing it for next episode? Because I know it's.
No, I got something else. I'm telling you, I got some relationship advice, right? All right, so listen, ready?
We're doing it for now?
Y'all ready? All right, now I'm gonna get to you right now. Y'all ready?
Do it. So we
shit, what we got?
All right.
Take us home.
I'm gonna speak to my fellas and my women, right? So when fellas want the woman to go down on them, I got a better way to ask for it.
Right.
You gotta say, would you like to orally fixate my front member? Yeah, that sounds better, right? Yeah, it don't sound like the SMD. Nah, it sounds better, right? And they might want to do that.
Front member fixation.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I like it.
I like it.
I
That
like it.
sounds.
Yeah, I think
And
that'll
for women,
raise enough money for a couple plastic plates and forks.
that sound like a term like if you go and get your car serviced, like yo.
Or some so at the dentist. Or the dentist.
Right. See,
Hey, you know what?
I think my flex capacitor is leaking, my nigga. Like, how do you?
Hey,
would you
yo,
like to handle
I like
that?
what
If
you
they
said.
say yeah,
Because hey, listen, I like what you said because it does go with car. It's just like women can say, hey, would you like to lubricate my hole?
Yeah. Lubricate my chassis.
Yes, we are.
Hey, look, we're a lube service. I'm a lube service.
We're not.
shit.
Yo, at the greatest F.O.E, please don't listen to this motherfucker, yo. Your
Oh
man,
my gosh.
man really looks like the black Jim the Anvil Nightheart, and everybody just sitting here
Yeah, he
getting over it.
does.
Like,
Yeah, he
the fuck,
does.
yo. Yo, we out, fellas.
Just trying to help.
Next week, yo.
Later, y'all.
I love you.
But what happened to the love of the art of professional wrestling? All I could think of was, man, let me get my hands on this and I will show them a way. I will show them the way. Okay, we need to find some place that will accept these ideas, that will accept this vision, that will look into the future, that will bring hip-hop into wrestling.